Hey, this is Mike Rohde for the Sketchnote podcast. Welcome back again. Today we're going to do some more drawing, and we're going to get right into it. We're going to start with a request from the VisWorks group. They were looking for a way to represent loyalty. And as a dog owner, one of the first things I thought of was my little dog, Rufus, who's sort of a little mutt mix, and he sort of has this fluffy snout that he has. Little dark eyes and a dark nose, and then just drawing his body and his paws like that, and then his little tail out there wagging. You think about your dog being loyal, that would be a kind of a fun way to do it, to draw that. You can use any kind of dog you'd like. You could even add a little line here where he's standing. If you wanted, you could even draw like little feet in the back to give some depth. So that's a really simple way to represent loyalty. Now the next requests are all from my videographer Brian Artka. The first one he had thought of was deception. After thinking about it for a while, came up with a few ideas and finally settled on one. And the thing that seemed to really resonate with me was, have you been to the park? Like in New York City, they have these guys that do the ball and cup game where they hide a ball under a cup. So just using these really simple, here you've got a circle that's compressed down to an oval, and then some lines at a little bit of an angle, and then just a little curve there. You can do that again for the second cup here, and then the third cup over here. And then in front of that you could have just a ball. It can be as simple as just a circle. If you want to get crazy, you can put some shading on there. And you can do shading on all these if you want to give it some depth. Just little lines like that can work. So and that makes me think of deception, because you're going and the guy puts the ball into the cup and tries to hide which cup it's under, and you have to guess. So there's a little deception involved in that. You could also add a little line right here, just to kind of show that it's on a table. You could even probably go as far as drawing a little table if you want. So I mean, as you can see, it can be as simple or complex as you really want it to be, based on the time you've got available to do it. All right, so let's go to the third one. The third one's also from Brian, and this one is reject. And that was a tough one. I was trying to think of how to show that, and I'm thinking about it as an object that's a reject, so something that was made improperly. We had all kinds of crazy ideas, and the one I thought was funny was actually to do this, and I'll just draw it and explain it when it's all done. So you can see I've got two curves there, but the idea is, what if it was a t-shirt with two neck holes? That would be kind of a reject. You could even put like a little thing with a tag on the back if you want. So obviously that would be worn by an alien apparently, or a monster. And then right on the front you could do the words reject. Right there. You could even do like a little stamp around there if you wanted, so it looks like it just boom, got stamped. So that can represent both something being a reject and rejecting something. We're using these metaphors that are funny and memorable to help you remember the concept. And when it's in context with what you're writing, it'll make much more sense. And so the last one that Brian thought of was the word results. Lots of ways that you could represent this, but I guess in a business setting, maybe a really simple way to do it would be to draw a report. Maybe it's a single sheet of paper like this. I'm doing it in horizontal, but it could certainly be portrait mode. And then maybe you can just, represent some type with some squiggles, some lines, just to show that there's some information. And then maybe show a pie chart right there. Maybe with some different sized bits. And then of course you can shade those. You can even add a little depth if you wanted to. And then maybe over here you've got a bar chart or something to show results. So again, based on how much time you've got, you can add all kinds of little details. You could even draw another rectangle underneath here. You see I'm just sort of tilting it a little bit so that you've got little bits sticking out, so it looks like a couple of sheets of paper are there. So that would be an interesting way to do it. You could even, throw a pen in there or something like that. A cup of coffee from above. So there's lots of little details you can add to these to make them more detailed if you like. But even just having that single piece of paper in the middle with the bar chart on it and the pie chart does a good job of showing the results. So those are 4 ideas that you can add to your library, and remember, maybe you can put those on a sheet of paper and bring them with you in case you need to reference those. We've got some really great interviews coming up, and we're going to be doing more critiques. So continue to post your sketch notes up onto the Sketchnote Handbook Flickr group, and I can't wait to bring you some of the interviews that we have lined up. And just sign up here, subscribe if you like, and we'll be bringing those to you soon. So thanks a lot, and we'll talk to you again next time.